so I just booked another trip, Rafferty Creek to Vogelsang. I've been meaning to do this hike for a long time. And I haven't been to Yosemite in years. So looking forward to going back to Yosemite. I think the last time I was there was 2019, if you can believe that. So way too long. But nonetheless, I have some time away from the office and I'm gonna prepare for a nice backpacking trip, and what better time of year to do it as well. It's just a beautiful time of year. Summer is upon us, and I've got a lot of stuff here that I'm gonna start prepping for my pack. And I thought I would show you this because I really have never done any type of gear guide or showing how I actually packed my backpack. So this will be fun for me, and hopefully this is also fun for you as well, to see how I pack my backpacking gear and try and travel as light as I can considering the gear that I have available to me. So let me show you what I got. So let's see what I got to work with here. Oh, packed, full of stuff. Oh, this is one thing I'm definitely taking with me. My battery pack, and I don't think it's very high voltage. Yeah, it's only a 12,000. I've seen some YouTubers and Pacific Crest Trail hikers who travel with like 20,000 mAh batteries, and I think, wow, that's gotta last hundreds of miles. Definitely will be bringing this, my water filter. But you know what? That's my wife's. So I'm gonna take this one. I have one of those, actually, the little platypus bags, which should work out pretty good for this trip. What I'm gonna do on this trip, I'm actually gonna screw this Sawyer filter to my platypus bag and then squeeze it into a water bottle because I'm planning to bring electrolytes on this hike. I was gonna bring my fishing gear, but I think I'm gonna pass on fishing this time just because I think I'm gonna have some big hikes ahead of me. So I'm gonna try and cut down on the fishing itself. But this is the rest of my gear. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get this stuff out and show you exactly what I'm taking and how I prepare all of my gear for my trips. Okay, so here is the gear that I typically take. And for this trip, it's supposed to be a little chilly at night. I think it's getting just below freezing. So I plan to take one of my merino wool tops, also a fleece. Fleece are great. Even if this thing is wet, you will still be dry if you're wearing fleece. So I'm not sure if many of you know that, but fleece, ultra light, and keeps you very warm, even if you're wet. And this is something new. These are not the Patagonia lightweight, gosh, what do you call these? Hiking pants or jogger pants. They have jogger bottoms, but they're actually from Target, and I got them on sale. They were $24 for these things. And I'm excited to use them because they're just like the Patagonia pants, which retail for $89.99. So this will be a fun little test to see how well these things do. I think they're gonna do really well because it's the same exact fabric. It's 100% polyester and a little bit of spandex. Actually, I think it's about a 90 polyester, 10% spandex. So I think it'll hold up just fine and keep me warm as well. And it's ultra light. And then I have my down jacket, which I will use this at night and maybe even when I'm in my tent getting ready to go to bed. So got that set up. And then the next thing I have is my tent. This is my 2-person ultralight Big Agnes tent, but really it's perfect for 1 person. Here you can see it here. It's the Fly Creek High Volume UL2, which is ultralight. And I'm gonna use this for my solo trips because it's always been a great tent in the past. Even my wife and I have slept in this together. It's a bit tight, but when you go solo, it's just a perfect tent. It weighs just a little over a pound and it's plenty roomy, or roomy enough for 1 person. Then of course my Thermarest Neo Air backpacking mattress. I love this thing. It keeps me warm and it doesn't lose air. So these guys do a really good job at making mattresses. And of course, I haven't used this yet, but this is my new pillow. My old pillow kept losing air, so I've switched over to a new pillow. And this thing is incredibly small. You can see the size of my hand. And in comparison to the Thermarest mattress, it is incredibly tiny. So it'll be interesting to see how this goes when I use this out in the backcountry. And then my tent, and you're probably wondering, what's with the strap? Well, this is a compression strap, and I use this just to get a little more compression. So that way when I put everything into my pack, it really compresses, and it fills up the space as minimally as possible, because I want to have everything within my pack and not have to strap anything on the outside. So by doing this, it helps to conserve the space within my pack and just makes my pack more efficient overall internally. So that's why I use that. And then I just picked this up. I don't typically use a squeeze system, but I've switched over to these Propel electrolyte water beverage mixes by Gatorade. And the reason I have, and I also have some Weilers in there, just some lemonade, is because I find I don't drink enough when I'm on the trail. And I realize I don't drink enough because my eyes are red at the end of the day. And I just don't think I'm drinking enough water, even though I'm scooping up water when I cross streams. Normally I'll have the Sawyer attached to the top of my water bottle, and I'll scoop up from a stream and I'll drink this. You guys have seen this in the past, but I just still don't think I'm getting enough, and I'm not getting any electrolytes by just scooping up stream water. So what I've done is I got a squeeze pack. It's a 32 ounce, which is the same as my 1 liter bottle here. Actually just less, because the liter is 33.8 and this is 32, so it's very similar in capacity. So what my plan is to scoop up water with this, squeeze the water out into the bottle where I have one of these sachets already poured in there, and this will help me stay hydrated. So I got that, and then toilet paper, of course. And now we'll get into the food next. So I've got pretty much 2 packs of oatmeal for every morning, and I also add some nut butter to it just to front load my calories. It's always good to have extra calories early. I've got my peanut butter cookies. I've got some of these biscuits, some protein bars, some Bobos for carbs. I got some chips. I love Flamin' Hot Cheetos. I also have coffee, of course, my beef jerky, Goldfish, and how delicious does that look? Oh my word. Got little chocolate peanut butter cups in there. Wow. And then for dinner, I've got my buffalo style chicken mac and cheese and some dumplings. So, oh, and some wine. Why not? So I think I'm in good shape for the next 2 nights. This is typically what I'll take out. And I almost forgot my cook set. This is the cook set I got from Gonex last year. Very appreciative to this company for giving this to me. But what I normally do is, this is my Bear canister, and it's just the small one. I think it's the 450 cubic inch. And I usually just place this inside. And I also put all my food around that. So I'm going out for 2 nights right now. And this might be a bit of a challenge because it's kind of a big pot. But this is how I pack it. So there's, you can see the volume that's still left in there. There's a decent amount. So I can probably get my food around that in some capacity, and it shouldn't be too big of an issue. It's also important in the way that you pack your bag internally as well. So I've got my Bear canister all packed up inside, but see, I have this little gap on the right-hand side. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put my inflatable mattress on that side, because it's dead space essentially. And might as well fill it with something. And then also my pillow, put that right there as well. And there we go. Fills up that gap. Gives me all this upper space up here to fill up with the rest of my gear. Almost forgot to include my utensils. I take a spork, extra long of course, and also my cup and a bowl inside a little kind of sealable lightweight bag, just to keep everything together and consolidated within my pack. Okay, everything's in, even the Cheetos, thank goodness. And now I'm gonna weigh this thing. Oh, it's a little heavy. Let's go see how much this thing weighs. Kind of nervous as to how much this thing weighs because it's a little heavy, but as I eat, it'll become lighter, that's for sure. Okay, here is the moment of truth. Let's see what it weighs. Whoa. Is it really 25 pounds? Let's see. Wow. 24.4, so pretty much 25 pounds.